All right. The part about would I make this up that I was invited to the White House? Would I make this up that when Nicki Minaj was saying, do you think I would like lie about that kind of thing? That's a diversion. It's a diversion because whether or not she's directing these comments to these handler people about, when she says, like, shut the fuck up, you corny ass black. Where she said that, I don't really remember, but it was like not clear to everybody who she's talking to, and they're still trying to work it out. Like, give me a fucking break. I know. Okay, look, I kind of know about the socially domineering aspects of like it's, I wouldn't call that female. It's not female society. It's groupthink getting together to have a game to play against like the social engineered people who they're getting together to decide who is dumb enough to be social engineers. Simple as that. Will you get, like, are you a 0 or a 10? You know what I'm saying? Can I step on you or not? You know what I'm saying? There's an interest in finding out who's, who will allow to be stepped on, and we're like, okay, we're gonna have a game to play. All right, you know what I mean? Spirit cooking ass, Oprah ass. You know what I mean? Like, that doesn't, just because she's black and a woman doesn't mean that represents female society. Those are social engineering. Those are just, what do you call those, like, people? They're not elite. You know what I mean? Like, they don't, if you're not processing, you're not elite. You know what I mean? Like, whatever. But this diversion shit, you know what I mean? Like, nobody is saying that you weren't actually invited. We already know you're Nicki Minaj. We already know that. You have a platform. It's so sad that you would not use your platform to send the right message to people. To people. Come on. You're struggling out there, whoever that is. Why do you give a fuck? It's because you're paid? Like, so fucking what? You can't step on me. You can't fuck me, so what? Like, it really beyond that doesn't even matter. Go fishing. Go live your fucking life. Get off the pot. No, but like, there's so many people out there that's not ready to get poked that it's not even make me an interesting guy. It doesn't even make me that interesting. So then you can't put two and two together to say that these girls are having a coven society over here that they think is privy information, or whether or not they're still processing, or it's an echo chamber, or whatever the fuck. Like, this is just interesting because I was the person that people used to cross the street from because I thought, that I had the big picture, and I was not really balanced or anything, but I was on some conscious level shit. Then I was maybe a little bit alarmed or something, where I wanted to point out things that I probably shouldn't point out, you know what I mean, because people still need things, you know what I mean, like they might still, so like, what's good, and television and whatever. But then onto like melanin science, Gnosticism and shit like that wasn't like really gravy or anything, because it's a whole area of contention. And supposedly you're saying everything was all black, but you're actually saying that all of these words like Mel, Sam, Kush, these all meant black. It's the whole fact of you not being conscious is being possessed by the spirit of black or the spirit of white, and the base conscious level is the checkerboard, the blazing sands, right? Black, white, the spirit of the blackness has a spirit, whiteness has a spirit. It's not the same thing as being white or being black, but maybe you're being identified and categorized and perceive these ways is part of the design and part of the ritual, like the ritual, right? Because you're only black because people perceive you as black. You know what I mean? Yeah, like I don't when I see a black person, I don't see blackness. You know what I mean? It's like I don't see like pitch black and then, like bats flying out and shit. Well, basically, you know what I'm saying? And then like I don't like I'm even careful to say what I know about melanin now, you know what I'm saying? Besides identifying different kinds and who has more of what kind and everything, because what before we agree to inhabit an incarnation that we might engage to 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 only, you know what I'm saying, to improve is something that is kind of petty to a wager, a petty wager, you know. And I didn't drop out of science. It's just that I didn't opt for more. Like I didn't want more science. It comes down to some of the things that we identify as science are just ways that people had to unwind after a long day of work that were turned into slave systems. Because if you think about it, it's how you unwind after work. What's more closely related to a slave than someone who can't unwind? You know what I mean? So turning those, like, you know, little games and Ouija boards and astrology into slave system, you know, subverting alphabet and stuff like that. Like, you need to be able to express yourself, or you're a slave. Like, you're a slave, you need to be. And so, like, just, I mean, there's parts of the liberal arts that, like, melanin science might be relevant in part, or of identifying lighting systems and symbolism, because melanin could be symbols. You have a receptors, subconscious archetype receptors for symbolism. God damn. You could be overridden by the overuse of the, you know, the archetypal sigils on the astral plane, and marketing, advertising, and being used in everything. Is like, you know, you can use it creatively to open a business and put your branding out there, but it's just like that, these major, like the, you know, the mainstream commercial use of that shit is over. It just drowns out. You can't even, you're not really receptive to it anymore. So that's why I was running into problems when pointing that shit out to people who are being made numb to it, and they will literally beat you over the head with brooms and everything to keep you from talking about that shit. Understand? I'm talking, this goes for me too. When I didn't understand, and I make these videos like reminders, like, oh yeah, and I be on that shit too. Oh, well, I need to remind myself of that too. Oh, this and that. Because it could be repurposed and packaged and sent back to me. My own purpose for anything, like my own precepts and predications and everything would be packaged and sold back to me something different. Like, oh no, you mean this, you mean that. Oh, I gotta get in there and figure out what I'm really trying to say. Just don't want to use words the wrong way and fuck around with subliminal double entendres and shit. You know, unless you can. It'd be a kudo. Seriously, a kudo. If you can. If you don't, if you not do not do it. Cheesing. I think they're cheesing. Right.